Good afternoon. I'm Gabe Klein, Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Transportation. I'm very happy to be here today to announce the opening of the new barrier-protected bike lanes on Dearborn Street through the Loop. This is the first two-way bike route with dedicated bicycle traffic signals in Chicago. I'm also proud to say that CDOT installed about 30 miles of next-generation bicycle facilities in neighborhoods across Chicago this year, while upgrading another 9 miles of older bike lanes through striping. Since Mayor Emanuel took office in May 2011, CDOT has built more than 58 miles of new bikeways. We've also refreshed another 20 miles of older bike lanes in the past 18 months. More than 30 miles of those new bikeways are protected with barriers or buffers, which means we're keeping pace with the Mayor's commitment to build 100 miles of protected bike lanes in his first term in office. Today we're formally releasing the Chicago Streets for Cycling Plan 2020, which calls for a 645-mile network of bike facilities to be in place by 2020 to provide a bicycle accommodation within a half mile of every Chicago. The plan's network was developed using 3 key principles. Number 1, to provide a bicycle accommodation within a half mile of every Chicagoan. 2, to provide more bikeways where more people live. And 3, to build more infrastructure where ridership is high, while establishing a strong backbone of infrastructure where ridership is currently lower. Dearborn will continue to be one-way northbound for vehicle traffic, but will now function as a two-way street for cyclists. Southbound bicyclists will travel adjacent to the west curb. Northbound bicyclists located between southbound bicyclists and parked cars. To install the protected bike lanes, one motor vehicle travel lane was removed between Polk Street and Wacker Drive. Between 2006 and 2010, there were nearly 1,000 crashes on this stretch of Dearborn. Pedestrians and bicyclists were involved in nearly 2/3 of the crashes that involved serious injuries, even though they were participants in only 14% of all crashes. By reducing the number of travel lanes, we will work to slow down vehicles to the speed limit, and we'll make it safer for pedestrians to cross the street. We will also make it safer for cyclists by posting bicycle-specific traffic signals, which many of you saw on the way here, to provide guidance through the intersections. For motorists, new left turn lanes and dedicated left turn arrows at westbound cross streets will allow for more efficient turns from Dearborn. And there are sensors installed in the turn lanes that detect the presence of vehicles to enact the left turn arrows. Since 2005, Chicago has seen the number of people commuting to downtown via bicycle increase by over 100%. And today there are nearly 20,000 people who commute daily on their bicycles.
We are on our course to do the 100 miles we said we were going to do. When I pledged we were going to do it, we were going to do it because people are going to ride their bikes to work. It's going to happen. Now we got to do it in a way that ensures protection for both the bicyclist and the driver, and we make sure that we're doing it in the best way. I am pleased that the city of Chicago is leading the country now with the most protected bike lanes in the country of any city. And we are not resting until we get to that 100 miles. 2 facts in the last year. Coincidence? And I think not. 1, the city of Chicago moved from 10th to 5th of most bike-friendly cities in the country in 1 year. No other city has ever moved that far, that fast, that quickly, and that significant a leap. In this same year, the city of Chicago moved from 15th to 10th worldwide in startup economy. No city worldwide has moved that far, that fast, that quickly, 5 spaces on the world economy for startups. And you cannot be for a startup high-tech economy and not be pro-bike. And you can't be pro-bike without a vision of having a startup economy. The two go hand in hand. I think it's self-evident that I am a competitive, let alone an impatient person. So when my staff gave me this headline from Portland, it did bring a smile. The editorial from a magazine in Portland read, "We talk in Portland, action in Chicago," as it reflected on Dearborn Street. The Seattle Bike Blog wrote, "Seattle can't wait longer. We're suddenly in a place where we're envious of Chicago bike lanes." So I want them to be envious because I expect to also not only take all their bikers, but I want all the jobs that come with this, all the economic growth that comes with it, all the opportunities and the futures that come with this. I'm not taking the CTA to work. We drive down Elston. This poor guy one day, as Elston Street, the protected bike lane first opened up, we're stopped at a light and I roll down the window. I go, "Do you like this? Hey, buddy." "Hey, Mr. Mayor, how are you? Do you like this?" He goes, "Yeah, I really like this a lot." I think that was like one bike accident. That kind of scared the guy, right? Now I want to take my remarks, close them down quicker than I was going to speak. Because I think I do really want everybody, well, this is a special occasion and it is something to celebrate. But I also want us to be a city that leads in making sure we protect our citizens and lead in the sense of sensible, common sense gun laws. So while today is a day to be a milestone for this accomplishment, it's a milestone and I'm proud because Gabe knows tomorrow morning he's waking up and I'm already telling him we better have our plan for the next 20 miles mapped out. Let us all rededicate ourselves to not only protect the bike lanes, but protect the streets. Thank you very much.